You've been living in a quiet body for too long. No pain, no disease, but not alive either. Morning, you wake up, see the woman beside you, and think, if only I could touch her, like I used to. But your hand doesn't move, not because you don't love her, because your masculine energy has slipped into the shadows, unnoticed. They've told you, after 60, that stuff doesn't matter anymore. That desire, performance, or passion, it's a luxury, even shameful. I'm here to tell you the opposite. The truth is, your male hormones don't just vanish. They need waking up. No pills, no expensive therapies, just simple, sweet fruit. I'm Dr. Sophia Jane, working over 22 years with thousands of men, 60 to 85, in California and Florida. I've seen marriages reignite just from a daily plate of fruit, eaten right, consistently, with belief that your body still holds value. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 4 fruits that boost blood flow to your groin, increase natural testosterone, spark dopamine, the chemical of desire, and most importantly, restore confidence in your manhood. Stay with me. What you're about to hear could relight a fire you thought was long gone. If you're ready, type alive in the comments, because we're starting with a fruit that boosts nitric oxide stronger than any prescription. Fruit number 1, watermelon. Most men don't hear this truth until it's caused damage. You don't need Viagra. You need a ripe slice of watermelon every morning on an empty stomach. I know you're thinking, how can fruit fix that? Let me tell you about Russell, 66 from Texas. A few years back, he called me, voice trembling. I can't make her happy anymore. I don't feel like a man. I didn't prescribe pills. I told him to buy a watermelon, cut it, eat it raw. No sugar, no salt, no juicing, just pure, consistent eating. 3 weeks later, he sent a photo, him and his wife on the porch holding hands, smiling like newlyweds. It's not just my performance. I got her look back. It's real. Watermelon contains citrulline, which turns into arginine, then nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the key to erections. It relaxes pelvic vessels, sending blood where it's needed, when it's needed. Like unlocking a door no one's knocked on in years. If you've ever felt desire but couldn't act, or acted but couldn't sustain, the issue's in your blood vessels, not your emotions. And it's fixable. You're not broken. You're just not eating right. Starting today, try this. Eat 2 to 3 slices of fresh watermelon in the morning. No sugar, not too cold. Chew slowly, swallow thoroughly. Don't juice it. 1 slice of watermelon could open the door to the vitality you thought was lost. But here's the bigger danger. If blood flows right but dopamine's low, you still won't feel desire. Next, I'll share a small, dark, juicy fruit that can wake up dopamine and natural desire in men over 60. You won't believe it's one you've overlooked. Fruit number 2, black grapes. What feels normal might be quietly harming you. A morning too silent could mean something's fading inside, desire. Many men over 60 are healthy. They walk daily, they eat well, they drink water. But at night, their eyes don't seek. Their hands don't reach. Their heart loves, but their body doesn't respond. I call it dopamine silence. Dopamine is the brain chemical of craving and pleasure. Without it, even high testosterone leaves you indifferent to intimate connection. Black grapes are the key to waking that spark. Let me tell you about Bernard, 72 from New Jersey. I'm not weak, doc. I just don't feel the need anymore. No thrill, no excitement, no drive. Just living like a radio turned so low it's nearly off. I told him to try something simple. Eat a small bunch of black grapes daily, with seeds, dark skin, juicy flesh. 6 weeks later, he called back. I took her to a jazz show, first time in 20 years, and my heart, it's beating again. Why do black grapes work? Their skin contains resveratrol, which boosts dopamine, protects your nervous system, and reduces oxidative stress. Combined with deep purple anthocyanins, black grapes shield blood vessels and reignite natural desire signals. If you're reclaiming men's health after 60, dopamine is the first signal to revive. My advice? Choose dark-skinned, seeded black grapes. Eat the skin and seeds. Chew thoroughly, have them in the morning or before seeing your partner. Just 10 to 12 grapes a day can wake a decade-sleeping dopamine pulse. But if dopamine's ready and testosterone's still low, you'll still feel empty. Next, I'll share a fruit misunderstood yet treasured by ancient Romans as a natural love potion. Type black if you felt too quiet and want to change. Fruit number 3, dried figs. Most men think they need testosterone shots. They don't. They need zinc from figs. Sounds strange, right? A small, wrinkly, overlooked dried fig was a male vitality treasure in ancient Rome. I sat with Carl, 68 in Florida. His voice cracked like someone stepped on his memories. I don't feel like a real husband anymore. He paused, eyes red. I miss how she used to look at me. Now it's just gratitude, no desire. I asked when he last ate a fig. He chuckled. Who eats those anymore? That's why so many men over 60 lose natural testosterone, not from age, but from missing key nutrients. Figs are packed with zinc, essential for testosterone production in the testes. They also have magnesium, vitamin B6, and polyphenols, boosting endocrine function and sperm quality in older men. A study in biological trace element research found men getting 15 milligrams of natural zinc daily, especially from plant sources like figs, had 37% higher testosterone than a control group. Not all figs work. Choose soft, dried figs, no added sugar. Eat 2 to 3 daily, morning or afternoon. Chew slowly, avoid high calcium foods to absorb zinc better. The first thing you'll feel isn't an erection. It's a spark in your chest, like a refresh from within. Slowly, as hormones recover, your edge returns. No name needed. If you're seeking confidence, attraction, and your partner's admiring gaze, figs are a humble but profound start. There's one last surprise. A fruit you'd think is for jams or decoration. Used right, it boosts testosterone while you sleep. Fruit number 4, cherries. Men's health after 60 isn't just about testosterone. It's about how you start your morning. And you might have been starting it wrong for years. You wake, jump out of bed, grab coffee, rush into your day. But did you know? 3 minutes of slowing down with 3 right moves can send blood to your pelvis, lift hormones, and reconnect your emotions. I've worked with over 4,000 men in 20 years, from Florida to Oregon. Most think that decline is just hormones. It's not wrong, but the deeper issue is blood flow, nerve sensitivity, and listening to your body. I remember Sam, 69, living alone after losing his wife. I don't feel like a man anymore, Doc. I wake up, make coffee, and wait for the day to end. I showed him 3 simple moves. No equipment, no pain, no strain. In 1 week, he said, "It's not just morning erections. I want to live, garden, call my daughter." The man inside you never left. He's just asleep. Every morning is a chance to wake him. Next, I'll share an exercise. Sends blood rushing to your pelvis, boosting natural erections. Stay a few more minutes. What you'll learn could be what your wife has quietly hoped for years. Type tilt if you're ready. Most men don't hear this until damage is done. Morning erections aren't random. They signal blood's flowing right. Nerves are sensitive and testosterone's active. When you stop rising in the morning, don't panic. It's not that you're broken, it's that blood's not guided right. One of the best ways to spark pelvic blood flow is the tilt and hold exercise. No equipment, no big space, just 3 minutes each morning on your own bed. I taught this to Jerry, 73, in Colorado. I can't control my body anymore. It doesn't listen. His wife was silent, but her eyes held unspoken loneliness. After 5 days of morning hip tilts, he texted, "It's not just blood flow. I feel in control again." And she rested her head on my shoulder, first time in 8 years. Here's how to do the tilt and hold exercise. Lie on your back, knees slightly bent, feet flat on the bed. Relax your hips, then slowly tilt them toward your lower belly, like pulling your pubic bone toward your navel. Hold the tilt for 5 to 7 seconds, then release. Repeat 10 times, breathing slowly. You'll feel a slight stretch in your lower belly, warmth in your pelvis, a gentle pulse of blood flow. That's blood reaching your groin, waking up what's been dormant. A small move, but a signal to the man inside you. Do this daily for 7 days, and you'll notice morning erections return, your bladder empties better after urination, a drive to do something stirs. Men's health after 60 doesn't come from the gym. It's in small, repeated moves done with care. If you've read this far, I believe you're not just chasing erections. You're reclaiming a piece of your masculine identity buried by time. You're not weak. You're not late. You don't need to prove anything. Just each morning, before the world starts, tilt your hips 10 times to guide blood where it belongs. Gently clench your pelvic floor like a message to your nerves, and place a hand on your lower belly, telling yourself, I'm still alive and still a man. Men's health after 60 isn't a sprint. It's a journey of slow beats, reconnection, blood finding its way. You don't need pills to start, just a little faith and a little action. If you tilt your hips today, tomorrow you'll feel life shift. Not because you're younger, but because you're listening to your body like an old friend. Type reclaim in the comments if you're ready to start again, gently but firmly. And don't forget to subscribe. Next video, I'll share 3 foods to eat before exercise to boost testosterone, enhance erections, and recover faster after 60. You deserve this. Start tomorrow morning, just 3 minutes. It could save 30 years of connection with your partner.